All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect. Okay, so what I'll be entitling this lesson is Famines on the Rise. Hunger crisis sweeps Southern Africa. Okay, and this lesson will be centered around the article that you see on the screen from a website called dw.com. Okay, UN warns hunger crisis in Southern Africa on scale we've not seen before. Okay, and as we understand in the scriptures, we see these things happen, and we view them through the lens of the scriptures, and we understand that this is a fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Okay, this is just one of the many signs and plagues that the Lord said would cover the earth. All right, preceding his return. All right, and what he would bring upon the earth for its wickedness. All right, to judge the earth for and the people of the earth for their evils. Okay, so when we see these things, we do lessons, we report it as the Lord has called us to do, to be watchmen. Okay, and to prophesy in the name of Yahweh to herald his return. So with all of that being said, I'm going to read a portion of this article and then just hop right into the scriptures. Okay, it says UN warns hunger crisis in Southern Africa on scale we've not seen before. A record 45 million people across Southern Africa are in need of an urgent need of food aid, the UN has said. The situation is expected to get even worse as the annual cyclone season begins. An unprecedented number of people in 16 countries across Southern Africa are gravely food insecure as climate change wreaks havoc on the region. The UN World Food Program warns on Thursday. This hunger crisis is on a scale we've not seen before, and the evidence shows it's going to get worse. The WFP's regional director for Southern Africa, Lola Castro, said in a statement, the crisis is impacting 45 million people, many of whom are women and children. The region has been hit hard by repeated droughts, widespread flooding, and economic hardship. Okay, and this is going to get worse. All right, people see articles like this and they view them as some type of isolated event, on some remote or distant part of the globe. All right, especially people in Babylon, because the people of Babylon dwell without care. All right, but the Lord said that he was going to bring plagues upon the whole world. Okay, so things like this will come to America and various different parts of the globe. All right, and you got the farmers crisis happening. Okay, amongst the farmers, you got farmers committing suicide. Okay, you got crop yields not as much as they used to be. Okay, there were reports about that going back to 2019. Okay, and various articles about how the change of weather, okay, and various economic or not economic, but natural disasters, okay, were worsening the problem. All right, like hurricanes and blizzards, all right, heat waves, okay, record-breaking cold and snow, all right, was worsening the issue, okay, and so these things are going to continue to happen, all right, and they're going to get much, much worse before they get much, much worse. Okay. All right. And the whole world is going to have to suffer with things like this happening, man. There's not just going to be something that, is happening in Africa or in the Middle East or, in certain parts of the Caribbean and South America anymore. No, this is coming to the world. Okay. All right. And it says Eswatini, Lesotho, Madagascar, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe are among the hardest hit. Many families across the region are already skipping meals and taking children out of school and falling into debt to stave off agricultural losses. All right, the WFP says. Okay. All right, so this is a famine that's taking place on the earth. All right, now I ran across a few headlines, and as I was looking into the food crisis, I was Googling it and I had looked at a few headlines. You also have Haiti going through a food crisis. Okay. You have certain parts of South America, Argentina, I think, namely, going through certain food crises. All right, various Latin American countries, you know, and also in the Middle East as well. Okay, so this is all a fulfillment of biblical prophecy, man. Okay, the Lord said He was going to bring these types of things upon the earth, preceding His return. All right, Matthew chapter 24. Yahushua speaks to His disciples after they ask Him for signs, okay, that would help them know and understand and perceive when His second coming was going to be, okay. And these are some of the things that He said to them. This is Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom," which we have seen these things take place. "And there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Okay. All right. So the Lord didn't say famine. He said famines. Okay. So this is going to be something that becomes more and more of a conversation. Okay. As we approach the end. Okay. All right. These people that dwell in Babylon, they're gonna start having to deal with no food in the stores. Okay. All right. Which the scriptures say, the full storehouse shall be found suddenly empty. Okay. All right. And that example of that article is just in that article with Southern Africa, those nations in Southern Africa, which is actually an entire portion or region of that continent. Okay. With 7 countries within that region. Okay. That's just a small portion of what the Lord is doing on the earth, man. Okay. And what he's gonna continue to do before His second coming. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Okay, so the Lord said He was going to bring these plagues, all right, these calamities upon the world, man. Okay. All right. For their wickedness, man. Sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's why wars are increasing in the earth, man. That's why death, okay, is increasing on the earth. Destruction, okay, famines, food shortages, food crises, water crises. It's because of the Lord's judgment upon the earth, okay, for their wickedness. Okay. And He's visiting them with these plagues. Okay. All right. So, with that, I'm going to jump down to verse 19. All right. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Okay. Now, the reason why I jumped down to verse 19 is because it follows, a list of, or a cluster of scriptures and precepts that go into the Lord's judgment on Egypt. Okay. All right. Which the Egypt that it's referring to is America, Babylon, which is spiritually Egypt. All right. And when you go into 2nd Ezra 15, verse 10 all the way down to verse 20. All right. This is all in a reference mainly to America. Okay. All right. So these famines are going to come to America. Okay. All right. And they're going to get so bad that a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and shall spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay. So it's going to get so bad, man. Okay. In certain parts of the earth, the famines are going to get so bad, the food shortages, the lack of bread, that people are going to riot in the streets. Okay. People are going to break into each other's houses. All right. With guns and knives and weapons to try to steal each other's food. Okay. Because there's not going to be food readily available as it was before. Okay. All right. People won't be able to just go to their grocery store, go to their plaza or to the mall, or, it's not going to be that way, to go to the farmer's market and things of that nature. It's not going to be like that. Okay. and people are just gonna have to just get it how they get it. All right, and because these people, they ain't seeking the Lord. Okay, so the Lord's not gonna take care of them. All right, and they already got plenty of demons on them. They don't love each other. They ain't keeping the Most High's two main commandments, to love the Most High and to love thy neighbor as thyself. They gonna go bust in their neighbor's house, okay, with guns and knives and all of that, okay, with force, all right, trying to spoil what's left that they could get their hands on so they can survive, you know? And that's how it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get very ugly, man. Okay? So we ain't really, we're seeing the Lord do great things on the earth, man, but we ain't seen nothing yet, man. It's gonna get, you know, it's gonna get, okay? That's all it's gonna get. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay, so it says right here that this is the beginning, man. Okay, the beginning of famines, the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of great death, the beginning of wars and rumors of wars, man. It's gonna get way, way, way worse. Okay, and once shit hits the fan, it ain't gonna be no turning back. Okay, it's gonna be one thing after the next, back to back, back to back, back to back, man. The Lord's not gonna give these people a break because it's judgment day. Okay, this is the time for judgment. Okay, the Lord gotta judge the inhabitants of the earth for all the wickedness that they've done. Okay, and all of their lifetimes and reincarnations. Okay, and so on and so forth, man. And so the Lord's gonna get these people, man. That's why it says they are sent as scourges for amendments. Okay, the Lord's gonna really beat these people up, man. Okay, by sending these plagues and these pestilences upon the earth. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay, so it's gonna they're gonna the Lord gonna be judging them, and they're not gonna turn from their evil, from their wickedness, or be mindful of the scourges. They're not going to think to seek the Lord and turn to the Heavenly Father. They're going to continue to blaspheme the Lord, man. Okay? All right? All these plagues happening on the earth, and all they can say is climate change and weather disasters, man. Okay? Knowing damn well that the Lord said, okay, in the scriptures, that it was going to be great famines upon the earth, man. Okay? In diverse places, and food crises and shortages, and wars and rumors of wars and pestilences and all of these things, earthquakes, okay, fire and pillars of smoke and, blood moons. And so they know that, but all they can say is, Mother Nature and climate change, That's all BS, man. Okay. It's all bullshit. All right. Verse 21, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay, and that's especially this scripture gonna be especially fulfilled when they bring that chip out, man. Okay, because it's gonna seem so convenient and an easy way to get commodities. Okay, and they're gonna think they're all right, peace and safety, but then evil shall grow upon the earth, more wars and rumors of wars, more riots, more famines, more confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, many. Okay, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out. So it's gonna come to a point that you're either dying of famine or you're dying of the sword, one or the other. That's gonna be the main two ways people getting put to death. Okay. And it says many, and the dead shall be cast out as the dung. All right. So just dead bodies everywhere, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Okay. All right. So that's the judgment of the Lord, man. Okay. That's what the scriptures say was going to happen. The water Yahweh shall for giving us eyes to see. And when these evils begin to come, okay, upon the earth, All right, and the Lord really starts opening up on this place, man, on this globe, in ways that the world has never seen. Okay. All right. The Lord willing, the Lord takes care of us, which that's our faith, man, that we're going to eat and drink, and the Lord's going to take care of us, and we're going to be merry and have abundance. Okay. But the Lord has us, constantly repeating these scriptures and reading them, going out and teaching them, looking at these articles and things of that nature to prepare our minds for the time to come, man. Okay. So that when it happens, we ain't taken by surprise. Okay. And we know that we was moving in the right spirit and doing the right thing. Okay. And the Lord's going to bless us, man. He's going to take care of us like he said he was. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, Bahashim Rakak, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. With that, I want to say shalom.